camera. There we go. Okay. Those are both on.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the Twitter notifications out. Double post. Oh, that's right, because it does the YouTube one too. Neat. I'll have to turn. No, I can't turn that off because it's got to tell you when the other stuff goes out. It's fine. How is everybody doing? It's been so long.
It has. You doing good? Final weeks of school. I am excited. 2 more weeks and I graduate.
I'm doing alright. I'm trying to be comfortable.
It's warm.
It is warm.
It's warm, and they don't let us turn on the AC. We'll be glad to be away from this place.
Say.
The apartment complex, they regulate the heat and the AC during certain times of the year.
Yeah, AC, they only turn the AC on, like, in the latter half of summer.
Pretty sure it didn't turn on until, like, the end of May. Going into June. So, it's, like, well into summer before we could turn the AC on.
That's crazy. Normal people are cold, yet here I am with a blanket.
I mean, yeah, it's nice outside. If we could open our windows, it would be fine. But we'll have mariachi music until 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't quite fit with this game.
You know that.
I mean, I don't.
I do.
It'd be the most festive game of going to hell ever. It's great.
Going to hell in a piñata.
We don't actually know what Lorraine specializes in when it comes to music.
That's true. She really hasn't done any music.
Hard.
I know, yeah, I've only played my music once during a short rest.
She's only gone
You guys
acapella.
She does not really specialize in music. She specializes in other art forms.
Sex.
Interpretive dance.
It is definitely interpretive dance.
That is exactly what it is. Very interpretive.
Very interpretive. Wink.
A wink.
One more. There it is. Alright, so those are out. I see lots of retweets, which is great. It's been a while, so I will go ahead and do our recap. You all had finished your events within Baldur's Gate, having stopped the nefarious plot of Duke Van Thamper and her children from bringing about the destruction of the city, much in the same way that Elturel had been dragged to hell through dark magic. The group was able to not only track down the former High Overseer Thavius Krieg, but you also were able to get a confession from him that he was involved in the destruction of the city and its subsequent being brought to hell, and being in league with the Van Thampers. From there, he was, of course, executed for his crimes, and when all hell broke loose within the sewers, and you all went back up to finish up your final task before preparing to continue to Candlekeep with the intention of following this lead that had been given to you from a man you rescued from the prison that was kept in the sewers by the Van Thampers. This individual did not stay after some disagreements within the group, but you all at least have your destination. Various people had found certain items of power, including Peregrine, who had formed a bond with the celestial that is trapped within a shield, and it has made an agreement with him that he will help it in exchange for it helping him. And along the way to Candlekeep, some individuals assaulted you all on the roadside trying to reclaim the shield. Some more discussions were had. Some tempers have had time to cool, and when we last finished, you all had just arrived at Candlekeep. Either Lily or Lorene, I don't actually remember, had handed over a book for you all to gain access into the town proper, and that is more or less where we pick up now. The Apocrypha book.
Well, I suppose we should find lodging first. We've been on the road for a while.
I wouldn't mind a little kip.
And as you all are deciding this is of course where Orla tells you all that they've also had some time to think, and they made a decision that they are going to go soul search and find their own way further south, having their world literally ripped from underneath them has become too hard, and they are going to go try their luck adventuring, and they wish you all the best. And they take their little pony and ride off into the distance.
The thing is well dead. It died
Shh.
last.
Shh, it's alive now. Shh. I know it died, but now it's alive. You spent your only diamond to resurrect it.
Hey, we bought 2 of those.
It's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's now a nightmare pony. It's come to get you. But yeah, so you guys are inside of Candlekeep now, and I do believe there's some information I can give you.
Being from Candlekeep, would I know a place to relax for the evening?
Absolutely. You know a whole bunch about Candlekeep, which is what I'm looking for to give you right now. So hold on one sec.
Oh, so much reading.
So much reading. I mean, I haven't sent you any reading yet. It's just a handout.
It's a really great picture.
It is an awesome picture of Candlekeep. Look at that. Whoosh. Oh, clickety clacks.
Beautiful. Sorry.
That's okay. Alright.
I thought my microphone was far away from my keyboard.
Candlekeep is a fortress perched atop a spur of rock overlooking the Sea of Swords. It is reached by a single road, the Way of the Lion, which branches west off the Sword Coast. It is always open to visitors, blah blah blah. Libraries, monks of Candlekeep. Okay, so you know that once you're inside, the best place to be, especially by your own endorsement as a bard, is the Candlekeep's pub. It's called the Hearth. It's not a super creative name, but it gets the job done because they are simple monks and librarians. But the Hearth is a pub that is open to the guests and monks who want to intermingle and share each other's company and a good meal. The pub itself has a low ceiling supported by a massive wooden crossbeams and narrow shuttered windows. There's also a large fire pit in the middle of the room that is surrounded by half a dozen tables and matching benches.
Sounds like an absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it's very basic, but very quaint and homely. Homey.
You like it a pub.
Uh-huh. Feel right.
Lorene is going to find a table and order a drink.
Lily will go secure rooms for everyone. How many rooms do we need?
I can share.
Rhea nods and she says, all things considered, it might be easiest if we share. At least, ladies and gentlemen.
Easy enough.
I'm more than happy. Excuse me. Fuck me. was practicing this week. Shower.
Been 3
I'm more than yeah.
that 3-week break.
Yeah, get those vocals warmed up, everyone.
And and I'm gonna hand Lily a gold to help pay for the room.
It's very kind of you. How much are rooms?
The room? You're looking for a communal space. Roughly a silver for the night should you let you ladies be comfortable. Yeah, each room is silver.
I will hand Lorraine back her gold.
Keep it.
I will pay the silver.
Just one?
The two.
2 silver?
One per room, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, 2 rooms then.
Alrighty. And he hands you 2 keys.
One for the boys, one for the girls.
He says, yep, the nice, comfortable double beds there for you.
Thank you. Alright.
Laureen, they have an assortment of various drinks, all, of course, cleverly named to fit the Sword Coast style of, ales and lagers and beers and wines.
Hearth ale.
Hearth ale.
Hearth
Yeah.
lager.
They're all microbrews, imported, of course.
How much is your finest wine? A bottle of your finest wine.
The whole bottle. Let's see.
Standard one runs at 10 gold.
Yeah, I was like, bottles can
Sorry.
get
Expensive.
pricey. Yeah, fine wine is 10 gold. Common picture is 2 silver.
You're gonna kind of like lean in and nudge her. A couple bottles of that wine.
How much for your
Sorry?
finest hot chocolate?
Hold on, I didn't hear you, Frost. What did you say? I had to turn you up.
He said, I still have a few bottles of that wine left over.
That's right, you do. We should save that for our room.
BYO in a pub. BYO in a pub is very frowned upon, especially in the common area.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be very happy with that if you start drinking your own stuff.
He said it quietly.
No, I know.
I'll just.
Or he just like takes a bottle out.
I'm going to take a look around the pub. Is there anyone there that would buy my glass of wine for me?
Of course. You would remember a familiar face having been to Candlekeep before. He was a very good customer, is the best way to put it. This is a ogre by the name of Little One. What was special about Ogre is that he has a headband of intellect that he keeps on, more in the fact that it's kind of stuck, but also because he likes to be intellectual now. You would recognize him. He's dressed in simple breeches and like a shirt and a red vest. But he's got a little pair of glasses on his nose, and he's reading a book over in one corner.
I'll just kind of like raise my hand. Little one, it's so nice to see you again. My friends and I have been on the road for so long. Would you like to buy us around?
Indeed. He adjusts his little glasses, and he says, "Oh, Laureen, it is good to make your acquaintance once more."
And it's always nice to see you, little one.
Yes, I would be most happy to purchase the wine for you and your friends. Please, introduce them to me.
There's Lily, the cute blonde, Rhea, Perry, and I've brought Magvel a time or two. Did I miss anybody?
Oh.
I don't think so. Not anymore, no.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Greetings and salutations. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lillian.
Yours as well. Hey, I have a weird question, if you don't mind.
I may have a weird answer.
Did you happen, in your time here, to notice a young girl? She's an aspiring scholar. She's named Grace. A bit messy hair, clothes are kind of tattered. She had a donkey named Lonky, and it's a veteran donkey. Did she happen to make it here?
I feel as though a description like that would be very hard to miss. Unfortunately, no donkeys named Lonky or young girls with wild hair came through here, besides the three of you. You're our newest guests in a long time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Of course, happy to be of assistance.
Magville kind of slaps him on the, like, you probably can't reach his shoulder, but
Could
on the hip or something.
Certainly get high
Dick,
enough.
man. Fucking long time.
Hello,
Don't think I've ever
Magville.
seen you sober. Fucking bigger than I remember, mate.
I have started to shy away from drinking too much. It tends to make me hungry, and I do not like being so hungry as in my old days. They frown upon eating halflings here. Ha.
Yeah, I can't say I ever got that drunk, but I'm off the stuff too. Good to hear, mate.
You've never eaten halflings, Magpie?
Or, as he said,
He's
it's
eaten
rather
a
funny.
halfling or two, but not in the way that I'm referring.
Just a look of confusion.
Yeah, Magville just nods.
What are you reading tonight, little one?
Ah, a very good question, and I am happy to answer that. It is called... I just lost my place. There we go. Nope, that's a lie. God damn it, where are you? There it is. Okay. The Sum of Theology. It is written by Saint Vithira, a servant of Ogma. I am quite interested in inventions now.
Have you checked out the Temple of Gond?
No, can't say that I have. But there is a shrine here that you might be willing to look at if you are interested. Many faiths are accepted here.
Well, I know that they have a temple here. I was actually hoping to visit it while we were in the area.
Yes.
But they're big on inventions as well. You might like it.
Very curious. I will definitely take that into consideration.
Would you say the book he was reading was called?
It is called... Fuck, I keep losing my place. Ah, there we go. The Sum of Theology.
I see that headband has been doing you wonders, little one.
Yes, it fits perfectly, and has helped me quite a bit.
I mean, it looks a little tight.
Well,
Have you tried like rotating it just a little bit?
no, for if I take it off, I will become stupid and bloodlust, and full of bloodlust.
Well, you don't have to take it off for a readjustment.
I worry that if I do, it might slip from my fingers.
Would it be reasonable to try and find a replacement in your size? Keeping that one until you do, of course.
That is the nature of magic items. They resize to fit perfectly. It is just that my cranium has grown around it, and now it is stuck.
That
Like fused into your skull now?
No, not so complicated. It's much like when you wear a ring for too long and the finger swells around it. I am sure a healthy application of soap would get it off just fine.
I've had that problem, just not with my finger.
Yes, a proper lubrication there will also get it off.
But then you'll lose attunement.
Yes, you are correct.
Do you have to be wearing something to be attuned to it?
Typically, yes.
Typically, yes.
Not all things, but most of the things I've come across.
I mean, like,
You're definitely not getting the benefits of it if you're not wearing it.
Like, I'm attuned to this mace, but I'm not, like, holding it all the time.
But you are wearing it at your hip
still...
right now.
Currently, yes.
And it is, for the most part, forever on your person.
Yes, and its effects are not being conferred unless it is being wielded by you. Therefore, you do need to be wearing it for it to work. Much like my headband.
Well...
It is very dashing on you.
Thank you.
And she'll kind of stroke it a little bit. Not like to take it off, but just, sensually stroking it. As she sips her wine.
And he does rather graciously buy a pitcher of wine for everyone.
A pitcher for everyone, or a pitcher amongst the table?
A pitcher amongst the table, you lush.
I mean, Lorene would drink it.
Oh, just a lot.
You've been doing a lot of reading since I last saw you, little one.
Yes, I have.
What have you learned on the, the circles of hell?
Oh, not much. I tend to not read such dark readings. However, if you wish to know more about that, Mistress Savicus is the leading expert on demonology and all things infernal.
Of course, go to the Tiefling for information on hell.
Yes. Some of us play to our type, and others do not.
What time of day is it? Is it like nighttime? Or is it like midday?
Probably early evening.
Maybe not bother her tonight, but maybe get a good night's rest in tonight. And
if you would like, I could send word ahead and arrange for a meeting for you in the morning.
That would be helpful.
It'd be very helpful.
Happily.
In the meantime, while we're getting settled in, is there like a little, little garden or something I can plant some seeds?
Absolutely. There are tons of gardens here within the beautiful area of Candlekeep. You only need to pick one.
Okay.
Would you like me to show you to one?
Sure, that'd be nice.
It overlooks the most beautiful scene of the sea and the cliffs.
And so the two of you head off. And it's not hard to find just a little alcove here because Candlekeep was originally designed as a fortress, so it's not really the type of place where regular citizens or villagers live. This is an area maintained by monks dedicated to preserving libraries, but there are a few that are interested in botany and gardening, so there are plots of planter boxes and things like that where you guys could mess around in the dirt if you really wished.
I'm just gonna take one of the beans. I'll plant it and say, "There's a little something for Candlekeep to know that we stopped by."
Where's the bag of beans? Looking for the magic item.
I got it pulled up if you want it.
Well, I need to be able to see it. I found it. What does yours say? Because you rolled the beans out. How many beans did you have?
I have 6.
You have 6. Okay.
Did you add the 2 that we got when we got the additional inspirations?
Yep, and it's 6.
Okay.
For a total of 6.
Alrighty. So, digging into the bag of beans, I will need a D100, please. Let's see what hell you bring upon poor Candlekeep. 15.
Are those the beans you dug out of the chest of that dead guy?
Yeah, I figure, they can grow like a nice bean plant or something.
One more D100, please. Awesome. Okay. So you plant these beans, this bean, and the planter starts to rumble, and as it does, the shape of a sapling emerges, and then it continues to grow, and it becomes whatever you'd call an adolescent tree as it starts to take shape, and then it keeps growing and it gets bigger, and as it grows, a shape starts to emerge in the front of the tree, and then its branches twist and take the shape of an arm and then another arm, and as it keeps going, more branches grow and it takes the shape of a humanoid, and it starts to lift a leggy trunk out of the ground, and then it lifts a second one, and it stretches and yawns, and what you see is do they have a handout for this guy? I don't think he turns up naturally in this, but maybe there's a handout.
Do I know what it is?
You can make me a nature or arcana, probably will work.
Either way, it's the same.
There is no handout for this, so I need to pull up a picture that I can use.
That is a dirty 20.
Laureen, you would recognize this immediately as a treant.
We should run.
Hold on.
Probably.
Hold on. That picture didn't work. It didn't work for what I wanted at all.
Lorraine kind of clenches her butt, ready to I don't know, do something.
It's just gonna give you some wood. Relax. Dang, I should find a scary one just to really play this up.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a cool one. I like that one. Shout out to this artist because they did a good job, but their signature's not on it. Sorry, I didn't know we were going to be adding a tree into this, so I wasn't ready.
So, Lily,
Yes?
that's a treant. It's a human tree.
Why is it?
Humanoid tree.
Humanoid tree.
Why is it? Why?
What kind of... I should have looked at those beans sooner, but, I didn't really think of anything of it.
Yep. So
These are tree beans?
this guy emerges, and he kind of looks down at you, and like there are other people about. You kind of went down a secluded alley, but a treant growing is kind of noticeable. Laureen, you would know that treants are awakened trees that dwell in ancient forests. Although treants prefer to while away their days, months, and years in quiet contemplation, they fiercely protect their woodland demons' territory from outside threats. They are considered protectors of the wild and legendary guardians. They can take on the false appearance of a tree. They are also considered siege monsters. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, and we're in a fortress. Inside a fortress.
Yep. Also, fun thing about the bag of beans, there's a 50% chance that they come up chaotic evil. And guess what Shay rolled? So this treant kind of looks at the two of you, and then it makes a gesture, a sweeping gesture with its arm, and it's gonna try to attack. I'm not gonna give it a free attack on the two of you guys, but I'm gonna need initiative rolled.
Okay.
Like I said,
Hold
should
on before you
probably
do it to
run.
me. Oh, no, I don't need to clear initiative. I'm not going to make us a battle map, just because it's the two of you currently.
How far away are we from, no, we're too far away.
Did you go really,
We're too
really
far away for me to use message, aren't we?
How far away did you go, Shay? Be realistic.
Far away from what?
From the others.
I wasn't expecting to go far, but I was following Lorene.
That's fair. Lorraine, how far did you take them? Be realistic.
Probably a couple of blocks.
Yeah, you're probably too far then.
So I look at the nearest
that's
person and
realistic.
say,
I mean,
"Get
considering-
help!"
Mm-hmm. Alright, so... That's fair.
Man,
Commerce
this is when I
definitely
wish
with
I
you.
had, freaking Lime with her telepathy.
Yeah. Alright, I need
Okay,
to
initiative.
I need to make a token for him. Just to put him on initiative. Oh, you know what? I'll make this easy. I don't need to do that. Your cyber wolf there, Frost, has betrayed you. It's now trying to kill everyone.
Not again.
Not a... Oh, wow. Wait, why did I roll in the... That's not right, is it? What did it do? It's telling me it rolled a 1. Oh, no. What? So, on the stream screen, it says that it rolled a 0, but on mine it says it rolled a 13. So I guess I'm going to go
What's
with
his dex?
-1.
Probably the 0 then?
Well, no, this one it says it's a 14.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go with what it whispered to me. I need to make sure that this isn't whispering, because I'm using the roll 20 and it's whispering it for some reason. Fuck it. I'll just do make up creature. Oh boy, I didn't expect us to fight a treant.
I don't think we did either.
There's guards here.
There are guards here.
Yeah, I was wondering who is responsible for
Who was
summoning
responsible
a
for letting a treant into there? She did say she was gonna shake things up. Alright.
Well, I can turn you invisible and tell you to run.
Might be best. It's just plausible deniability.
This looks like someone else's problem. Bye.
Why is it... Oh, now it's defaulting to never whisper rolls. I fucking love it. Alright, this guy... He is tied with Lorene, which means Lorene goes first. Lorene, you have the go of it.
I am going to put a hand on Lily's shoulder. I suggest you run. And I'm going to cast invisibility on her. And I'm going to start running away. I'm going to use my movement and my action to run away. So, Lily is invisible.
Lily has gone invisible. That's not a bonus action,
I
right?
mean, my movement. My movement, I mean.
Alright.
I'm just going to use my movement to move.
Alright, so
You don't
as you're...
Cunning action yet?
Do you have cunning action?
I don't have cunning action yet.
So it is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
That's okay.
Okay. I'm going to make that swing here once the sheet decides to work. Okay. Your AC is 15. 25 to hit.
Gonna hit.
That's
not
max
gonna kill me.
damage too.
Yeah. So you make Lily go invisible, and it kicks out with one of its big, thick branch-like legs, and it slams you into a wall opposite of where it had uprooted. It has an ability to make more animated trees. This is amazing. But yeah, is there anything else?
Crying is a fragrance.
She's not gonna cry.
Crying
No,
is,
that
I mean,
that's it.
breathing is also a free action.
Nope, she got her 30 feet away.
Okay.
She's invisible.
Lily is invisible. It follows you. Unfortunately,
That's okay.
Unfortunately, it is not a slow creature. So
Yeah, I'm
it
dead.
moves 30 feet, and it goes once for 18. It's 32 out of your 31. So Lily goes down, and then it laughs because it's chaotic evil. I don't know why I rolled that. Disregard it. It's an auto crit, so you have 2 failed death saves. Garmer is not invisible.
Wait,
Yep. Garmer's gonna.
Sorry, hold on. Dido, you had a question?
no, I was just asking who they hit,
You.
who they were. Okay,
So
so I have the death.
yeah, you have 2 failed death saves because you have 31 out of 30, or you took 32 damage out of 31.
Brent goofed when he said Lily goes down.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I did.
Lily. That's why I was like, wait.
Invisible Lily gets destroyed.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, Lorraine, the other L name. It's been 3 weeks.
You're no
Leave me
longer
alone.
invisible, by the way.
You're no
That's
longer
fine.
invisible, by the way.
That's fine. Garmer's going to. Garmer's gonna hold so they go after me. I'll go first.
Okay.
No, wait. Yeah, no. This is right. No, that's right. That's the right order. Garmer's gonna hop on me. Hit me up.
It's that kind of game now.
It's that kind of game now. Garmer's gonna scoop me up, and they have 50 move speed, I think.
Pretty sure.
Yep. So I can get there easy.
They're only
and-
30 feet away, so.
Yeah, they're gonna run up, use their action to pick up Lorraine, and as they're running, I'm just gonna lean forward and heal her.
Alrighty.
And as we're running out of range, no, not gonna run out of range, but I'm gonna be screaming for help. So heal.
How much do you heal her? Oh, you're gonna use the spell?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the spell.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah, I will use my lay on hands. I will give you. I don't know how much you need.
I have 0, so
Well, yeah.
anything really.
All right, I'll pump 5. So you got a little bit of a buffer. Whoops. That's my action. My bonus action is going to be to cast Shield of Faith. So Garmer and myself both have AC that goes up by 2.
Alrighty. Alright, so that is both of your turns. Lily, you were currently stomped into the ground.
Maureen.
For fuck's sake. Lorraine, sorry, the 2 L people are together. Lorraine, you were currently stomped into the ground. You definitely felt the life being crushed out of you, and then you were brought back from the brink. and now you are looking up at a big ol' thick tree trunk.
Can you like teleport and get help or something? I don't know.
Nope. No teleportation, sorry. But maybe as a bonus action, I am going to healing word myself. Ooh.
For 9.
Yeah. Actually pretty. That's actually. Do that. And then I am going to. Hopefully this works. Probably not because it didn't the last time. But I am going to cast Phantasmal Force between us and the tree.
Mm.
And it just looks like this big, like, thick, I don't know, I guess, like, wall of fire. With the fire facing its way.
Mm-hmm.
So it will take damage, but it thinks it can't get through. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw. So he'll believe that he can't get through it.
Well, he's gonna believe that it'll set him on fire, yeah. Intelligence. Shoot. That is a 10.
Okay.
So... Phantasmal Force.
So it includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli. So it looks thick to him.
Yeah, it looks real because he failed.
It looks and feels real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks and feels real. I don't think the damage is until their turn.
Logical outcome of interacting with the phantasm. For example, a target attempting to walk across phantasmal bridge. This
on my turn. Okay, so on my turn it takes damage. So it'll take 2 damage this round. Maybe that'll keep it occupied. Best I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll believe that it'll get hurt if it tries to cross through it. That's well within the spell description, so I'm good with that. Is there anything else for your turn?
No, because I'll get an attack of opportunity if I try to get away from it.
Didn't Shay move you an extra 20 feet away?
Did she?
I was afraid if I did, it would attack you again.
I'd argue it had already used its reaction that round.
It was its turn again. It got it back.
Well, no. Oh, yes. Forced movement normally doesn't provoke, but she already used her action. Spellcasting.
Yeah. So I have to stay there. I can't.
You are still within threatening range, but it can't.
I have to stay there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are you at for HP now?
14.
14? Okay. I just gotta keep that in mind for potential massive damage. Okay. It takes that damage from the fire on the first round, right? When you cast it too?
Yeah, it takes it on my turns, not his.
Gotcha. So it took that damage then this round. It has 2 more slam attacks. You're the only thing there.
I'm there too.
Didn't you leave?
No, I stayed there.
Did you mark it with anything?
Did I mark it with anything?
Mm-hmm.
No, I used my bonus action to give me armor, and I used my action to heal.
Okay. Then it's gonna do.
So it believes that the damage I deal is fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
but it's gonna be psychic.
if it has vulnerabilities to fire damage, I know vulnerabilities aren't really a thing in 5e, but
they are. But
really?
Where does it say that?
It says it near the end of the spell. Let me bring it up again. Yeah, it's at the very end. So it's psychic damage.
As a
The
type
target
appropriate.
perceives the damage as the type appropriate to the illusion.
Yep, there it is.
So it thinks it's taking fire damage.
Nice. I will adjust the damage it took then because it is vulnerable to fire. Cool. All right. Well then, you are the one who casted the fire. It wants the fire to stop.
Yep.
Once. That's 17.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, the fire
Fire's
is gone. It is going. You are a real problem. It is going to stomp you again. 2 more failed death saves.
Can I use my DM inspiration to make that a 13?
No. You can use
I
it on.
tried.
You can use it on your death save turn though.
I might have.
Make it a natural 20 and get back up. So it spends its turn putting out the fire, as it were. Wolf and Lily, since you guys are back to back.
Right. Okay. Wolf's gonna. Garmer's gonna pick Lorraine up again. So carrying her like a little cub. And I will heal her again. So another 5. And Garmer and I are going to. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, this time we'll move out of its range. Provoking, so it can attack either me or Garmer.
It's gonna go for you.
Okay.
That is a 17. Now it rolls low.
Yeah, 17
Poor
misses.
Dido.
And we move 50 feet out of the way.
Alrighty.
So now it has to dash to catch us.
Did you grab Lorraine?
Yes, Garmer is holding Lorraine like a cub.
Alrighty. Maxon's not there.
Sin is everywhere. She's lovely and a good infiltrator.
That's fair. Did anyone arrive yet? Just there. You hear the sounds of alarm. Lorraine, death save, please.
I healed her.
You healed her.
Yeah,
Never
she
mind.
healed me.
No death save, please.
So I'm conscious again.
Yes.
Hold on, let me see what I have.
You said 50 feet, right?
Yes.
Hold on. How much does Lorraine weigh? How much does Lily weigh?
Lorene is like,
With armor and gear.
well, she only wears studded leather.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
I want to make sure that this poor doggo isn't encumbered.
Well, Lorene is about to jump off this dog.
Yes, but it determines how far Shay could move.
Armor, where are you, armor? With armor, I'm probably around like 170. 180 with the armor.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to look up to see how much my armor weighs.
No, he should be alright. He should be alright carrying the two of you.
Yeah, she's probably only like 120, 130 pounds. She is a skinny bitch. And her armor is only like 13 pounds.
It should be alright. It should be alright carrying you guys unencumbered. Because, like, keep in mind it's not a horse, but it should be alright.
Yeah.
So, Lorraine, what are we doing for your turn? Sorry for the interruption.
No, I'm still trying to like figure out what exactly she's gonna do. You said that Garmer's encumbered with both of us on him.
No,
No.
he's not.
No, okay, so
His
I'm gonna
strength is high
stay
enough,
on
it's
him.
okay.
I don't have another phantasmal force. Sleep is not gonna put him to sleep. I am gonna piss him off, and I'm gonna shoot him with my short bow.
Alrighty.
That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's all you can do.
So that's an 18 to hit?
Yep.
So that'll take... So he doesn't just see the one, he sees multiples, because I'm also going to use a bardic inspiration and I have a thing. My psychic blade. So he sees a whole bunch of different arrows hitting him all at once.
Is the psychic blade dependent on sneak attack, or is it separate?
No, it's dependent on if it hits or not.
Okay. So you don't have the sneak attack since there's nobody fighting it. You're not
Yeah,
hitting.
so instead of the 6 sneak attack, it's the 6 psychic blade.
Yep.
So it's still 12.
So 12, 12, 12. The psychic, is that psychic damage for the blades?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Cool, good to know.
And I am going to use another spell slot to bonus action healing word myself. Did it roll?
Nice. You got the max there for 8. The arrow thunks into the thick tree bark, and it doesn't look like it did nearly as much, but then the psychic arrows sink in and deal a lot more damage. It looks like it has resistance to piercing.
Oh, that's fun.
Gotta chop down a tree, not pierce it.
Hey, I don't want to get that close, man.
Alright.
2
So-
silver arrow.
That's that. As you guys start to ride away, it just kind of reaches down into the planter box and lifts it up. And for the sake of this, it becomes the boulder that it's going to throw. And it yeets this rock / planter at you. It is specifically... How much health does this poor dog have? Okay. It's aiming for your mount. 20. Why is it when I'm not aiming at you, I can roll really well?
Just aim at Shay all the time.
Just aim at Shay forever.
Alright, this thing hit my dog. It is gonna die now.
Yeah, this planter collides into Garmer while you two are still riding on it. There's that pained yelp as it shatters and explodes around it. And then it just kind of stomps its feet, lets out a tree bark roar. You can hear the sounds of other people coming, but it is not very hurt, and it is doing a lot of damage. In the tavern, you guys give me a perception check at disadvantage, please. Because you're in a busy tavern. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'll do one for Rhea, too.
And it's some really good wine.
Tell us more, little one, about that fascinating story.
You come to like
Oh,
theology.
Jesus
This-
Christ!
This has not been my week. I've had 2 character deaths. I mean,
You're not
Maureen's
dead-
probably
you're
gonna
not dead
die.
yet. You're not dead yet. It's fine. It's fine. So, what do they have as far as defenders here? This doesn't look good. Though most of the monks are simple scholars, a few are powerful spellcasters. If any trouble occurs, an archmage and 1d4 mages investigate immediately. Roll me 1d4, Shay. 3. Okay. So I'll have them come up on the next turn. It's you and Garmer's turn.
This fucking tree. Alright. I'm hoping
You
this...
get for trying to add to the nature and beauty of the city.
What
It's not even a
try to
city.
what?
That's what you get for trying to add beauty to this keep or fortress or whatever the fuck it is.
Alright, hang on. I gotta see if this has to be... Next time you hit... Damn it! With a melee weapon. I was hoping I could add that to bolt. Alright. I'm gonna aim the mace and fire the guiding bolt. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Hits.
It hits.
And Guiding Bolt is advantage the next turn.
Yes. So next attack against it has advantage. So I just aim the mace and it just fires a bolt.
Which means sneak attack? Not that it'll do anything. But...
Well, for the next thing that'll...
Yes, it will count for a sneak attack.
Anything else?
Garm's hurt, so Garm's gonna sprint. I will...
Move another 50 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide off, though, because I hear people coming. I'll slide off, like... No. I'll stay on armor.
Cool.
So yeah, I just move with him.
Alrighty. That's a 2, and this is a 2. So there's 4 of them showing up. Does anyone beat your initiative? No. Lorraine, you will be first.
Would you say that we're 120 feet from the tavern? After we...
Yeah, you said a couple blocks.
Okay, I'm going to use message to and send it to Peregrine. There's a giant tree attacking the city. I almost died. I'm probably gonna die again. Come quick. And then I'm gonna use a bonus action to healing word myself again.
That's a good idea.
And that's gonna be all that I do. I will... No, because I used my action, my bonus action.
Could you imagine if I threw that rock at you? Okay. So around just another one of the like winding roads, a very well-dressed mage, along with 3 more apprentice-y looking mages. I say apprentice-y, but they're CR6. They don't look as defined as this one leading them, but they all have a higher initiative than the treant, so they get to go first. And so they're like, what's the meaning of this? Who let this creature in here? They're like, and then it like looks at them, it roars, and they're like, bring it down. And the Archmage is going to cast... God, Time Stop would be great if I could use attack spells. But they don't give him many good utility spells for Time Stop. He is just gonna Firebolt? Who designed this sheet? Firebolt scales up, right?
Yes.
How many?
Yes.
How many bolts would it be at 12?
3D.
3 attacks.
Yeah.
You get it at 5 and 11, right?
Yeah. So it'll be. I think it's like 3D10.
Well, is it multiple attacks like Eldritch Blast, or
No,
more damage?
It's
Okay.
more damage.
Okay, so it's only 1.
Well, why don't we ask Frost? Because we know he has
Because we
Firebolt.
know he has Firebolt.
So at 5th level, it becomes 2d10. At 11th level, 3d10. At 17th level, 4d10.
Okay. So
So it should
Frost to the rescue.
exactly. Thank you, Frost. So he fires a firebolt. It rolled privately, but it was a 25 to hit for 19 fire. It's vulnerable, so that goes in a second time. So it's 28 fire damage to it on his turn. The mages also will cast firebolt, and he's just like, concentrate fire. And then I gotta turn theirs off too. Always roll with advantage. Never whisper rolls.
Where's
Fucking stupid.
Where's Peregrine when you need him?
1, 2,
It's the only fire vulnerable creature we will ever face, and Peregrine's at the top.
yeah, exactly. And I roll shit when it's time for people with fire to attack this thing. Alright.
The first one has advantage.
No, the first one's already been used.
Oh, all right.
So it is... First mage shot is not going to hit. The 2... Oh, Jesus, they all missed.
No, because I didn't make an attack. I healed myself and I sent message. So nobody's attacked this guy yet.
No, I've already said that the
Yeah.
Archmage did his attack, and it was a 25 to hit. I explained that it
My bad.
it whispered. Yeah. Okay. I don't like these rolls. These didn't happen. I'm gonna roll again. It's an 18 to hit. That's a 10. Okay, so only one, only one hit. Okay. 16, 8, so 25.
Yeah, these apprentices are getting the fucking lashings tonight.
Yeah. Well, look, it's fine. So they start shooting fire at it. In which case it becomes its turn. It picks up another heavy object and it's going to yeet it over at the mages now that they're using fire. That's a 15 on a mage with 12. Oh, jeez, it almost killed him outright. It did 38 of his 40 HP. This poor halfling wizard just gets beamed in the head by some heavy object and goes down. But they're like, I'm okay. And then it starts lumbering towards them now. So it is now.
This thing hit my wolf, so...
Hold on, I gotta tell you how far it is.
Okay.
So you rode 50 feet away from it.
Mm-hmm.
It followed you 30 feet, so you were 20 feet away from it then. It's moved. It's 30 feet back, so you can reach it. It's 50 feet away from you.
Okay. How far are the mages?
Farther than that.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna go hit it, and I'm gonna use my Searing Smite. Piece of shit.
Well, it's your baby. Befriend it.
It destroyed my planter. I was just trying to grow something. I don't know where this thing came from.
Quickly change your ideology and become its friend.
I don't know what happened. It just appeared and started killing people.
We were just trying to enjoy the natural habitat.
We were out canoodling by this planter.
Where's...
We were just watering your garden and it grew.
Yeah, watering.
Nope.
Nope. That is gonna miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
No chompy chomps from the Wolfy Wolf?
Oh yeah, I guess I can.
I mean, you don't have to.
No. Wolfy Wolf's gonna disengage and back away.
Okay. How far
This
back are you
point.
moving?
I think you can only move 10 feet. It's hard to figure this out without a map.
Well, you were 50 feet away from it.
Oh.
You moved up to it.
Well, then that's all his movement, unless he dashes. He's not going to, though.
Okay, so you stay there.
Yeah, he'll stay there. Minus will, but he's not going to do anything.
Laureen.
Real quick, did
Oh,
Peregrine
miss.
receive message?
Did Peregrine receive the message? He didn't respond to that message.
And he's probably already like stood up after hearing that, looked at Mag like, looks like they're in trouble. We should probably go help them.
Thank fuck. Pubs with that beer are kind of boring anyway. Let's go.
But they have loggers.
I'm going to regret. I'm still on top of the animal. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers. And all I'm just going to say is fire, brimstone, hell. And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Max damage too. Good job. Wisdom saving throw. Those wise trees. Oh, geez, it actually does have really good wisdom. But it's not good enough.
So it's half damage.
No,
No,
it fails.
Oh, it fails? Isn't
Yes.
that another one of those, like... I'm gonna change out that one, too.
No, yours succeeded. It got a 13.
No, makes it, breaks it, right?
Your DC is a
Oh.
14.
My bad, I was looking at the wrong number. Just looking at the 13.
Yeah, no, you should be
Okay.
happy with that number. It says it's max.
Okay. So it'll take 13 damage.
Mhm.
And as a bonus action, no, I'm not going to do that. As a bonus action, I will give inspiration to Lily.
Inspiration to Lily. Okay. The mages.
I'm just going to make like a seductive pose on her mount, like, you know,
Yeah, no.
this
Yeah.
needs to stay alive.
You know.
Like referencing to the animal, not to, you know, the sexy prostitute on top.
More firebolts. 1, 2, 3. 2 more hits. 9. Jeez, this bottom one is fucking MVP. 9 and then 16 half overs, another 8 and 25. Okay. Wow, it's getting really hurt, but it's not down yet. And then the Archmage fires. Or 22, half over again. It's another 11, 33. Currently, the treant is on fire, but it is not dead. It does not look like it's having a good time. Was there anything with Dissonant Whispers riders on it?
Let me double check. Because that's the first time I've cast that spell.
I think there is.
Whisper melody that only one creature can hear. 3d6 psychic damage. And it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as possible.
Okay. So it does that. Forced move. It is forced movement because you're making
And
it
it
do it.
cannot move closer to me.
Yes. So it's forced movement, so it's not going to provoke because you are compelling it to flee. It's going to use that reaction, and it's going to run away from you guys and towards the mages. Which is why they immediately started firing on it. So they unleash some magical hell on it. It comes in, and now it's going to take 2 more slam attacks on them. Killing that mage that couldn't land a hit and only had 2 health left. And then that's a 20, and it'll probably swipe. Well, it hurt the Archmage too. And it hurts the Archmage too, knocking off a good chunk of their squishy wizard health. That brings it to Lily and Garmer. Lily just told you guys not to get the wolf killed, but the treant has used its movement to get away from you. It's 30 feet away.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, 22.
22 will hit.
That is 3 bludgeoning, 4 radiant. I do not have my wings out. I should turn that off.
You can add my Bardic Inspiration to one of your damage.
I will do that. It's D6.
I believe, yes.
1d6. That's 6 more. And now I'm using my Searing Smite, which is a d6 of fire. I think it's a d6. Let me check. It is a d6.
It is a d6.
And then they get to make a Constitution save on each of their turns, where they take, and they continually take d6. They're on fire.
But they need to make that con save, though.
That's at the end of their turn, I believe. Yeah, let me post it.
Yeah, you should post it.
There's a way
On
to...
a successful save, spell ends.
Deals an extra d6 of fire damage.
Start of each turn.
Yeah, so start of each turn. So it does take the initial d6.
Which is actually enough to bring it down. So it's in the middle of tearing these people apart before you strike it, and it just kind of goes up in flames and falls dead. The mages use this time to cast cold to put the fire out, like a fire brigade, and they look and they see the dead strawberry jam that used to be a halfling.
I heal him.
No, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. And the Archmage is a elven man. He kind of turns and he's like, "What in Corlon's light happened? Where did that thing come from? Are you all right?"
In Elvish, Lorene is gonna respond with, "We were just enjoying the views and the botanicals, and it just sprouted out of nowhere."
I'll need
Try
deception,
and use a
please.
deception check. Oh.
You already used your inspiration. No, you
I
didn't.
did
You
not.
did not. We talked about
So
it, but
I'm
you
gonna
didn't.
use it now.
Yeah. So Lily starts to say something, and then like Lorene brings a hand up over her mouth and is like, "We don't know what happened. It just came out of nowhere and attacked us."
I don't understand Elven, so
Exactly.
I assume she's handling this.
She's saying
This poor
something.
guy.
She's saying something in Elven, and it sounds really pretty, but you're not sure what it is. But you know, it's fine because the guard kind of calms down. He says something back in Elven, and he's like, "Oh well, if terribly sorry, we didn't know there was a treant hiding here. As long as you're all okay." And then he kind of shifts to Common, and he says, Just head back to the hearth and relax. Just try not to. I don't even know. I hope
This man needs healing, and I'm cradling half of him.
he says.
In common, she's kind of like clutching her heart very dramatically. That was not the night I had expected for us, Lily.
He says, "My poor darling, that no amount of healing is going to fix the poisonberry jam that halfling has become."
I'll never plant another bean again.
Or will you?
Or will I?
Too early for a break. Alright. So that,
Oh my god.
And then Peregrine gets here.
Shay, what did you get me into?
Hey, there was just a good chance of it being good.
True.
that's true. It was a 50-50 chance, and I always tell you guys to roll high. So
5 more beans.
there are
Yeah,
five more.
these-
There are 5 more
Good
beans.
one.
You could go plant another one while they're cleaning up.
So while they're kind of walking back to the hearth, Lily, dear, maybe I should take a look at the rest of those beans in your bag before we try planting them again.
Right, they're just beans. I hand them over to her.
Plant a bean, Lorraine. Do it.
They're just...
Lorene is not gonna plant a bean. But when they get back to the hearth, and they go to their room, which is what she's gonna do immediately. She's gonna ritual cast identify
What are you
on
doing
all
to
of
my
the beans.
What are you doing to my beans?
I'm making sure they won't make giant fucking trees that will attack us again.
Wait, you don't...
This is probably when Rhea, Peregrine, and Magvel come out of the hearth, ready to help you guys. But you're coming back in the opposite direction, looking fine.
Do Lorraine and I level up?
No.
Well, I mean, fine. Fine.
My
I
poor
mean,
Gardener,
actually, hold
you
on.
were
I'll
so
take
good.
a look at that. Hold on. Oh boy.
Lorene is probably super fucking bloodied. She almost died twice. She is not looking fine,
All right.
guys.
Looks like Magvel and Peregrine need to go have a side quest adventure.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go murder a bunch of people.
Hang on.
Let's go kill boars
Chill.
in the woods.
I'm gonna.
You know, Lily, I could have left you there.
I mean, I'm glad you didn't. I wasn't expecting a tree to attack. Here, let me heal you, and
Okay.
I'm gonna heal both Garmer and Lorraine.
So, like, you know, they kind of did away with the experience chart, but we can take a look here. I need.
Wow.
What are you guys, level 4?
4, yeah.
Yes. I have one more spell slot. I'm gonna heal myself as well. Hey, 7 more. Look at that.
Well, here's the thing, guys. If we were using experience, killing a treant is worth 5,000. And you split it amongst all participants, so you would have gotten 2,500. And to level between 4 to 5 is going from 1,700 to 3,500.
Other way. 30. No, fucking
17
At
to
the chart.
35. I'm looking at-
27 to 700 to 6,500 according to the PHP.
Is this a different?
So it's 2,800 all up.
Am I looking at a different chart? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong chart. This is a per day experience for. That's not the chart.
This is why.
This is why I fucking hate the experience
Yeah.
chart. All right, so where's the fucking experience chart?
Shay, you said you were gonna cause chaos, but
PHP.
Just throw some mediocre magic items at them that they're given an apology or something.
Oh, that's actually
Magic
that's
bean.
actually a really good idea, Frost. Instead of giving you
Like,
guys a level
once
up.
you almost died, here's a necklace. Wow.
That's a really good idea. That's so much better than giving you a level.
I mean, I'll take a magical short bow.
You don't get to make a specific request, but I
I
will.
mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Mhm.
Shay could use some
They're like,
good armor
Shay
at
could
any
use some-
time.
We just happen to have this full plate lying around. All right,
I don't know,
where's...
they just use it. See?
potion that lets you swap subclasses. I don't know what that means, but here you go. In case you
I don't know what a subclass is, but here you go.
Would you like this potion that lets you know when you need a poop?
Oh my god! You know you have to
Bring back the poop potion, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we never use that poop potion.
You see auras whenever someone has to poop.
All right, this isn't a
But you know
random-
who is still alive? Lime.
The party would have been the best time to use that fucking potion too. Why didn't we think of this?
You thought Lime was weird on her first life? Imagine her after she's been brought back from the dead.
Nah, it's okay.
She became normal when she came back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
everybody
that would
was
be
like, oh.
horrible.
Yeah, everybody's just like, oh.
Alright,
Lime normal? I mean, with a name like Lime Cholera.
so this would count as...
say it would have been funny to use at the party, but then half the people would have looked constipated. It just would have been hilarious.
mhm.
So stuck up, literally.
She replicated that potion too. So it wasn't just the one that you guys had.
Huh, that's interesting.
Shay, you make me drink. I love you, but that was stressful.
That was a little stressful, yeah. Okay.
If I'm honest, I was hoping for something else.
The shrubbery.
The shrieker bushes are the best.
Shrieker bushes. They come up and start screaming. It just sounds like the kids outside.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all it would have been.
It's one of them singing mariachi music.
Lorene is definitely looking wrecked.
That's worthless. Okay.
She took a lot of hits for Lily tonight.
Yeah, I mean, don't let Lily know it was her fault. She'd feel too guilty.
Definitely.
No, she's definitely gonna let Lily know she took a lot of hits for you tonight.
Yeah, she does feel guilty about that. She does appreciate
And
it.
Lorene does not take hits for anybody.
Huh. Well, The Sunblade came up on this random generator. Not gonna happen.
If
Wait,
Strahd
what's the
ever
sun?
shows his face, he's gonna get super fogged.
Would you
Oh,
like
that's the
this +3
Sun's
Vorpal
sword. That's the Sun's sword, sir.
Look, it's been a while, and I'm tired.
You know
It's-
what?
The Sun's sword is a Sunblade, so it's fine.
Having died twice with 2 like death fails, I already had an idea for who was going to show up next.
Okay. So, once everybody's had a chance to be like, oh, shit, y'all almost died. No, it's so scary. Oh, don't worry, we're fine. The mage and the 2, or the archmage and the 2 mage guards kind of come, and the 2 mages are carrying like a little trunk of something, and the wizard,
Scrape
I should have.
from the puddle.
I should have. There were 3. He didn't scrape anybody. He's blueberry jam now.
Yeah, that's where the magic item came from.
Who's
That's
Jard?
a lot of the halflings.
Yeah. He's just gonna be a
We'll be
different
able to
jam
resurrect
every
from-
time. He's prickly pear marmalade now.
I mean, most of them there is just mushy.
Yep.
They'll bring them back.
So this the archmage comes up and he introduces himself as random generated
Hello, Mr. Generated.
Lanethorm Daxalim.
Dexalum, can you
Dixalim.
I'm a mess.
I'm
Do you
trying to.
can you prestidigitize me or just throw some water or something?
He waggles a finger and all of the jam is off of you.
Doreen, I'm so sorry. Are you alright? And I'm trying to straighten her hair.
Yep. He kind of fans all that off and he says, we wanted to apologize for you being attacked while under the care of our city, our library, fortress, Candlekeep. The DM is farting, not me. We found a few things that some adventurers in the past had left behind. Not sure why they would do such a thing, but they were here, and it's just what came up. So if you are interested in having it, these are yours for the taking. And he opens up a chest, and I shit you not, these are what did come up randomly. There is a set of full plate armor and a magic ring sitting in a little box atop it.
That is.
Do you mind? Do you
incredibly
mind if I
generous.
take 30 minutes to just, compose myself and just make sure that nothing around us is gonna attack us again? And I'm gonna identify both of those items.
He's not stupid, but he kind of humors you and he says, we've already taken the time to do that. They're both items of power that have a resistance towards arcane energies. Specifically, it's a full plate of resistance for arcane and a ring of resistance for arcane. I wish I was kidding, but it is the 2 things that came up.
Shay, can you can
are-
use full plate, right?
I can.
This is what she's been asking for.
No,
What?
she asked Lorene for adamantine.
Yeah, but that's kind of
She could-
outrageous.
Couldn't afford it.
That's outrageous even at higher levels. It's,
Just give him a ring of wishes at that point.
you know?
I think you're thinking my barbarian, who wanted a really solid chain.
Anyways.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
So, for the sake of this, it acts like a set of full plate with arcane resistance.
With.
When you say arcane, you mean
Do you mean force?
I do mean force.
cool.
Okay.
My brain was in WoW mode. It's basically the same thing.
So it's like a ring of force resistance or something?
Yep. They both require attunement.
Okay.
And so, while you have it on, you have resistance to the damage type force. For you, Lorraine, the gem inside of it is a sapphire.
It is a sapphire. I just looked it up. It says you have resistance to force damage while wearing this sapphire ring.
Yep. They each specific gem has a different type, but it is specifically a sapphire.
So she's got blue gems on her fingers and red gems in her butt.
And red gems in her butt.
Oh, technically a ruby is a sapphire, but
She's just a blue sapphire.
yeah. Well, no. It's a, yeah. Yeah. Any hoodle.
That was fun. Thank you for that, Shay.
You're welcome.
Thanks for almost killing me.
Twice.
I did this for you.
Yeah. Now that you have a ruby and a sapphire, you can summon the legendary Pokemon. Fun stuff.
How are you, Lily?
I'm fine.
Traumatized.
I do feel really bad, and I'm probably going to pray for this unjust death. That whatever evil lurks in this area is dealt with.
Rest assured, we won't rest until the culprit is brought to justice, punished severely for their crimes.
I would appreciate that, considering I felt my soul leave my body twice, and not in a good way.
Yes.
Don't worry, Lorraine. With their power, they should be able to divine up the culprit with no problem.
Quite right. We will find them, and we will punish them extensively.
I think it's only fair that if this culprit is found, they restore my soul in the same way, twice. She looks at Lily.
Well, I'm not sure what that means, but we'll definitely begin our search looking for this person.
I would greatly appreciate that. Perry, where were you in my time of need?
Well, I got the message and got everybody out as soon as we could. Also, at this point,
You weren't specific as to which way to go. We banged a right coming out of the pub when we should have banged a left.
That is true.
You are completely right. But, I only had half a brain at the time, and I died again almost after. So, fun night.
well, we seem to have gotten better over being dead twice, so...
She got better.
Lots of healing spells. So let's go to somewhere safe, please. Appreciate it.
Imagination.
I am her creative. I am... Somebody followed. Hello. I am PE Creative. Hello, thank you.
Lampa Creative.
Lampa Creative.
Lampa Creative. No, I am
PE Creative. They are physical education creative.
Creative. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you, hello.
Thank you.
We apologize for the struggle of pronouncing that all in one word.
Thank you, hello. On that note, you guys can rest up for the evening and we'll take our break.
Okay.
Because it's been an hour and a half.
Thank you.
Brought to you by Shay, planting a tree. Alright, 5 minutes everybody, and we'll come back ready to do the rest of this. Stay
Alright.
tuned.
Yeah. I'll be right back. So after the second death, or the second unconsciousness, I had already sent Ren what my next character was going to be.
You were already rolling up stats in preparation.
No. Somebody from a previous game was going to make an appearance.
Jesus.
And I was going to give Shay some healing potions, but I think she's going to hold on to those. Yeah.
Both like a store full of fucking healing potions. Yeah.
I die. If I would have died, I would have died with 5 healing potions on me.
Fuck.
I was planning on giving most of those to our tanks so that I wouldn't have to like go up and heal them. But after what just happened, I think Lorraine's gonna hold on to them for just a little bit longer.
As one should.
Go blah.
It's so hot, I want to take my clothes off.
I am with you 100%. Because I had to take my blanket off because you stressed me out so much.
You were like, I'm wearing a blanket, it's fine. It's like, nope, it's not.
That's not even
No,
the
it's
worst
not.
monster in these beans.
Shane's like, why is
Because-
everybody hot? It's winter.
Because it's like a lot of my things rely on me like attacking things, and I'm like, I need to heal and just get the fuck away.
Oh,
That's why she did not get off your little beastie.
it's fine. I'm sure nothing bad was gonna happen.
I almost died twice.
He did almost die twice, and that's why I was like, I gotta make sure there's no massive damage kill on here. I don't think it could have massive.
But I was ready, Ren. I already sent you what my next character was gonna be,
You did.
and it would have made sense
Honestly,
for them to be in Candlekeep.
So I think you would have been okay because it only did 3d6 plus 6.
It rolled max damage on the first hit.
Yeah.
Like you were rolling incredibly well in those damage.
I just meant it couldn't have killed her outright unless it criticaled.
So can I
Luckily-
change my alignment considering I sacrificed myself so Lily could get away?
I don't think one act of kindness will change all of the other awful shit you've done.
I did one really bad thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Go ahead. That's the direction you want to take her. You're not responsible for the blackberry jam, so. Frost,
Like,
are you
I did
back
what
when
I
you go?
could considering I was dying. I put Lily before myself. That's...
I can't see you, so I just gotta make sure you're there.
Who's
Boysenberry. I'm gonna bring this back.
I would go for some berry jam right now.
Ah.
Crumpet, perhaps.
I've got some strawberry preserves that I put on my toast. It's so good. It's so good.
That'd be fucking well.
So we find ourselves coming back to the Hearth, the inn/tavern situated in Candlekeep. You guys aren't bothered anymore that night after the Archmage apologizes profusely for the inconvenience of being assaulted by a evil treant that just happened to have appeared where you all were having a romantic affair. But
What?
your evening passes. Lorraine told him that it was a romantic affair, and he apologized for
Yes.
a bit of wood coming between you.
Yeah.
You all spend the evenings in your rooms. When Rhea sees that there's only 2 beds for the females, she volunteers to go to the common area
It's
and
fine.
rest.
I can sleep on the floor.
She says,
Actually, Lily, you owe me two souls. So we'll be sleeping together tonight.
What are you talking about?
You'll find out. You'll love it, I promise.
I'm so confused.
Rhea also looks confused and says nothing. And Garmer, seeing that there's somebody in their spot, goes and sits at the foot of Rhea's bed. And that's what happens then. Come morning, there's a knock at your doors, and Little One says that he arranged that meeting for you.
Oh,
I'm very much appreciative, little one. I'll give him a kiss on the cheek. On both cheeks.
He
You know, the
definitely-
French.
He definitely leans in enough for you to be able to do that, being a creature that is almost 9 feet tall. That might be an exaggeration. I think ogres are only like 8.
only.
Only.
Yeah, with how big his brain has grown, probably more.
Oh
Anywho.
dear, oh dear.
So I'm sure we should all be ready to go at this point.
Yes, listen, just to everyone, I wanted to...
Oh, I'm wrong. Ogres are 9 to 10 feet tall.
Only 9 to 10 feet tall.
He's on the little side, tall ogre. You were doing a thing, sorry.
No, that's alright. I wanted just to take a moment to, apologize for my mistakes over the past few weeks.
Are you doing this in the room or to the whole group?
It was probably going to be in the room, but I assumed it was the whole group since everybody's kind of gathered out in the hall.
Okay.
I am just trying to do the best I can because it's expected of me. But I shouldn't have,
Caused someone to kill their leader.
yeah.
To some degree of the imagination, that was very justified, considering what he did then go on to admit.
No, what he did was awful, and what he got was deserved, but
All I have to ask you is this, Lily. Where do you think he ended up?
probably in hell. And he's probably there waiting.
Just means we get to give him just desserts a second time, correct?
What
I mean, he did surrender himself to the Flaming Fist, and they definitely would have killed him.
that was more of a ploy than a surrender, I imagine, which was why I was panicking
Sorry,
and
Rhea.
becoming aggressive.
Yeah, when you say sorry, Rhea, she just kind of pushes past you all and heads downstairs.
I'm gonna
You don't
follow
get
her.
over what happened to you that easily, unfortunately.
Loss. Just remember, it's not all black and white. It's not all good and bad. Shit happens. We understand. Just as we hope you understand when we fuck up. Hell, you've scolded us enough already.
Maybe.
There's always redemption, right?
There always is. Rhea, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
No, but you're still doing it. Just wish you would respect my wish to not have it brought up this often. I know you mean well, and you're trying to apologize, but you have to understand that that was my life, and I don't appreciate you all talking so casually about it. It's not something I can be over after a week's travel. It's not something I can let go of after
And you
2
shouldn't.
apologies.
Let go of any of it.
I'm not. I'm just trying to explain to Lily.
Well, we have a meeting with Salvira? Salvira? However you say her name.
Silvera Savikas. Oh.
Was there a set time for that meeting?
Little one says, after breakfast.
Well, if there's anything I've learned in my many years, is that even infernal contracts have loopholes or ways to be broken.
I imagine
So
nothing short of driving a blade through Zariel's heart.
Yes, I trust it's a little more complex than just looking for an eye that wasn't dotted.
Oh, no, she probably has a point. We will probably have to kill a devil. Probably
Yeah.
Zariel.
You're both technically correct. There's
The best kind of correct.
the most straightforward way would be to depose of the fiend that provided the contract.
What would you call a celestial who turns evil? I believe it's a devil.
It is the devil, yes. If she is the one in charge of Avernus, she would be an archduke, the ruler of that layer of hell.
Was it
Oh, then
Lady
we must
Celeste?
go to save Elturel. Wherever the hell it is.
Well, that's what we'll find out today.
Little one kind of looks at all of you and says, should I be taking you then?
I'm ready.
Maybe
I
some
eat my-
bacon first.
Yes, bacon.
And Lorraine will head downstairs to get some bacon for breakfast before heading out.
Alrighty. Ooh, somebody did fan art of Little One. So you all head down and get breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Lorraine
Oh,
will pay
cute.
for it.
Maureen will pay for it. And so she does.
That is to say, she'll probably coax Little One to pay for it.
No, Lorraine will pay for it.
And so she does. Are you all heading there after?
Yep, we'll have there after breakfast.
Mhm.
Okay.
Minus the morning exercise, but yes.
Lorraine will kind of like loop her arm through Peregrine's and kind of just lean her head on his shoulder, even though he's probably shorter than her.
Dang.
As we're making our way towards the larger building, Garmer's actually in his normal size right now.
Mhm. Alrighty. So you guys are brought through Little One's guidance. He takes you to Silvira's laboratory. It's located in one of the many spires that is built into Candlekeep. And I have to read something here for when you arrive. The walls of this circular tower chamber are punctuated with arched windows that are currently shuttered. Bookcases filled with Eldritch volumes stand between the windows, while tables are crowded with specimen jars, alchemical equipment, and other clutter. Engraved on the floor of the chamber is a large, nine-pointed star. A middle-aged tiefling, dressed in wizardly robes, stands by one of the windows, caught in a fugue state of intense contemplation. Perched on the corner of a table nearby is a spindly little demon with warty green skin, buggy eyes, and thin black horns and a whip-like tail. I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you, says the tiefling. What have you brought me? And she turns and regards you. This is Silvira. Safikas. I have a
That
hand.
is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Well, don't say that too soon. I got a handout for you of this little bugger. Can I show you this one? I can show you this one. There they are.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
He's just like, oh my god, screeching.
Fucking do it, yeah! And the little creature kind of just bounces on its heels for a moment, like very happy with the praise, and she says, "Oh, I'm very glad you're fond of Jezebel." And when she says Jezebel's name, the creature scurries across the floor, climbs up her skirt and onto her shoulder, and then just kind of settles on top of her head, hands holding up the tiefling's horns. She says, "But again, Little One said you had something important to discuss with me."
Yes, we heard that you were an expert on certain subjects and that you were also in search of something, and something that might have had to do with one Thavius Krieg. We came across this and was in possession of his allies. And I'll pull out the puzzle box.
When you take out the puzzle box, her eyes go wide and she says, "My. Do you have any idea what you've come across?"
I don't. Something infernal.
That's correct. This is an infernal puzzle box. You say you got this from Thavius Krieg,
From his allies.
from his allies. And she kind of thinks for a moment. I've been suspicious of the High Overseer of Elturel for a long time, but no one wanted to hear my concerns because Thavius Krieg was widely regarded as a hero who saved his city from an undead scourge, giving rise to the holy nation of Elturgard. And she kind of glances at each of you. Hailed as a savior, Thavius made all citizens of Elturel swear an oath called the Creed Resolute, which binds them to defend the nation of Elturgard. I met him years ago, and my instincts told me that he was a charlatan. Afterwards, I grew to suspect that he had cut a deal with one or more powerful devils. using the Creed Resolute to bind all Elturel to his dark deal. I wish to prove my theory, and I believe the evidence is locked within that very puzzle box.
Do you know how to open it then?
As a matter of fact, I know ways around solving the puzzle. It won't be hard to do.
I'll extend it to her.
And she holds her arm out, and the little imp scurries down her shoulder and across her forearm and kind of picks up the puzzle box as you hold it out. She hops on her feet and then passes it back to her mistress. And then she says, "Jezebel, fetch me that flask." And it scurries down, grabs a little flask of black liquid, and Severa pours this liquid over the maze-like troughs that are carved into the box. And then she tips the box so the liquid flows in certain directions in a maze-like pattern. And then the box's horn inlays pop loose and it breaks apart. Inside the box, there is a stack of 9 chain-like plates, each 3 inches on a side, cast of dark iron and stamped with infernal runes. And once it was open, she takes a moment to look at it. Her brow furrows. And she says, "Does anybody read infernal?"
I do.
Well, here. You were the one who brought it to me. It only seems right that you would translate this. And using Lily's voice, Lily says, "Be it known to all that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Elturel, have sworn to my master, Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters, and for all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all of my days and beyond with fear and servility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Incendiator, hereafter called the Companion, in my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vassal territories. I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking Elturel and its oath-bound defenders with it, if that is Zariel's wish. All this is my everlasting pledge."
So the citizens are bound to the city, and the city is bound to this Solar Incendiator, which is
That would
also, which
explain
is
what we saw.
bound to Zariel in hell.
That is correct. It seems as the ruler of Elturgard, he signed away their lives and tricked them into signing their souls away willingly.
So that means that we have a whole city of people who are unlawfully imprisoned in hell.
No.
She kind of looked at Magwell.
Unfortunately, they are lawfully held within hell. They willingly signed.
I'm curious. If Thavius Krieg dies,
His soul goes to hell.
yes, but is he still leader of Elturel, or does that fall to the highest ranking?
Is the contract then null and void, I believe, is what she's trying to ask.
No, this was done by Zariel, but it was Krieg who was who was just getting the signatures.
I think what she's trying to find out is, are we going to encounter him in hell? The answer is probably yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Partly, but more so, would the highest ranking Hellrider have legal authority with the lack of the High Overseer any further to strike names from the Creed Resolute?
I'm not familiar with Elturgarden politics. I couldn't answer that question for you. What I can tell you is this contract has been fulfilled. You can't strike anything from the record now that she's collected.
What about those who...
The only thing we can... Sorry.
No, that's alright, go on.
The only thing you can hope to do now for those people down in Avernus is to find a way to break that contract. That is what you are hoping to do, I'm assuming.
It is.
A contract that most of the citizens had no idea what they were actually signing.
Ignorance doesn't nullify the contract. They still signed it.
Oh, I'm well aware that ignorance is not always bliss.
Your best course of action is to find some way to help those people in Avernus. I don't know how you would be able to remove that contract, short of killing Zariel herself. And even that is a monumental task.
I guess the first step is to go to hell itself. Would you know how to get there?
If the contract is already fulfilled, then all we have to do is get Elturel out, I think.
I can certainly help get you there. And to help set you on your way, she'll walk over to a desk and she's going to take out what looks like a map, but it's stitched together on vellum that looks like it's not entirely made from leather. And she unwhirls it, and there's a little scream that's let out as it unfurls. And she shows you a map of Avernus. And she says, I don't think it's entirely accurate. Planar travel and planar points are never truly comprehensible by mortal minds. And the one who penned this went insane in constructing it. I know we talked about it last time, but I do think the points on there are supposed to still be visible. But I digress.
Narrow my eyes at the Tiamat monument. There were some other...
Is there a blank map I can use? Oh, there is. I'm going to change this out. I've never been a fan of it having the key there, so I'm going to change that. Strike my comment from the record.
I object.
Overruled.
Here, I thought we could do that on these contracts.
It's not a contract, it's a map. There we go. That's much better.
I like this. I like this better.
Narrows my eyes at the giant dragon skull.
There is a giant dragon skull, that much is clear. getting to Avernus.
There was something else in Krieg's possession. Do you think it might have anything to do with getting Elturel back? And I glanced towards Peregrine.
Peregrine, you have eyes on you.
Oh, the shield.
An eyebrow is raised.
Takes the shield off his back. Found it on a wall. Man was enamored with it. Perhaps wishing he could wield it properly.
It was on Krieg's wall. He found him. I don't know what he was doing with it, but it might have something to do with Elturel's disappearance. I'm not sure. I'm kind of just grasping for ideas.
She glances at the shield. Her eyes narrow for a moment. And she says, "Give me just a second." And she walks over to her bookshelf and kind of thumbs through a few spines before settling on one, walking it to her desk. And sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay. Opening it up and kind of flipping through some pages before she starts running her finger across some pages. Peregrine, you hear, "Whatever she tells you, just agree. Take me to the 9 hells, and I'll swear to serve you faithfully, both as a guide and an advisor." And after a moment, she says, "Ah, I found it. The shield of the Hidden Lord. The shield was supposed to represent the symbol of good's triumph over evil. Gazing at such beauty, one can easily overlook the terrible force bound within. Its name is Garguoth, I believe, though it calls itself the Hidden Lord." And she looks to the shield at Peregrine's back. "It was a pit fiend sent by Asmodeus to corrupt the mortals on the material plane, and there it amassed such a following as to rival that of gods. In that way, Garguoth became a sort of demigod and had worshippers, increased its power exponentially. My, how the mighty have fallen." Peregrine, you hear some grumbling in your mind.
Doesn't this kind of just let it pass? Mighty pit fiend now bound to a shield.
There's just like a slow turn from Lillian.
The shield has been in the possession of the Hoon family of Baldur. They've kept it for years. Doubtless they'll want it back, as it has the power to corrupt everything around it. And
I'm trying to work out what the fuck it is.
yeah, you can
With
roll a religion
religion.
check.
I would also like to join.
I would
skipped
recommend.
over all the shit of religion and just went to the things he could kill.
I recommend having it locked away in an extra-dimensional space, far away from corruptible souls.
Guidance.
Might need some portable hole or something to drop it into.
I think a 21 is okay. I think a 20 is okay too. Let me pull up Pit Fiend information. I know they're the big baddies. Pit Fiend. There was an error. God damn it, roll 20. Come on. work today. Okay. The undisputed lords of most other devils, pit fiends attend the archdukes and archduchesses of the nine hells and carry out their wishes. These mighty devils are the generals of the nine hell, leading its infernal legions into battle. They possess an inflated sense of superiority and entitlement. They have a aristocracy in the infernal realm. They are domineering and manipulative tyrants that conspire to eliminate anything that stands between them and their desires. Is a hulking monster with a whip-like tail and enormous wings that wrap around its body like a cloak. It has armored scales that cover its body and a fanged maw that drips with venom. Ooh. It's often fearless in battle, and it takes on the most powerful foes in single combat, demonstrating their superiority and arrogance that keeps them from acknowledging any chance of defeat. They are really, 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 really powerful devils.
That's very dangerous.
Tell them they're mistaken. Tell them I
Very
can't.
good, mate.
Tell them
I'm
I
coming
can't do any harm within this shield.
Shield down.
He's just like, hasn't he done anything to me?
He's my friend.
It's my only friend.
I haven't had any kind of weird murderous thoughts or letting. How would you even let him out? What, destroy the shield? Why would I? That would be the last thing I'd ever want to do. Pit fiends are terrifying.
Listen, I've got a shield here. You can have it if you really want a shield.
But can it
I
make
don't-
fire?
I'm not really comfortable with you having that one. Just knowing what I know about pit fiends.
Again, it's
What
not
do
done
you know about
anything to me.
They
They are some of the highest generals of hell.
He's right. They're among the most powerful. They're really second only to the archdukes. And if what Savika said, then this one was working for.
But then just playing devil's advocate here, you said they're second to none to an archduke who we may have to kill to release Elturel. Wouldn't it be a good idea to have the enemy of our enemy on our side?
The enemy of their enemy makes me their friend.
You heard the same contract Lily just read. If anything, these pit fiends would be bound in a similar fashion, wouldn't they?
You tell me. You know about pit fiends.
They're bound by whatever contracts they make, and they all answer to Asmodeus. Is it general knowledge that devils conspire against other devils?
Mm-hmm.
Contracts, promises.
It's-
Harry, has this shield made its promises to you?
No, it's just offered its assistance. It protects me from fire.
Good. Keep telling them that.
Besides, if this was some almighty, powerful entity to worry about, it's been trapped in a shield, for goodness sake.
It's a demigod. According
Maybe
Demigod-
a demigod we need on our
That's,
side.
that's so not strong, it got trapped in a shield, guys.
Hey, you
So
try and
it's too
get out
weak.
of being in a shield.
It's best not to yell at the shield. Like, just keep it down. It's like, in all honesty, if this was as much of a threat as it makes it out to be, I have yet to experience it. Not saying it doesn't. Maybe someone weak-willed, like the man that was already corrupted, would fall corrupt to it, but it hasn't done anything to me yet.
I am curious. You said you identified this? So you knew?
I didn't know that it housed a demon of some kind. I only knew that it offered flames and
How
protect
dare you call me a demon? I am an archfiend.
a devil. My apologies. It's some kind of. It's not good to confuse the two.
Better.
You shouldn't trust it.
I never trust anything.
Not
That's how
even this girl. She can't be trusted. She
But
almost
it's
got your
good-
friend
That's how
killed.
it survived long enough in Waterdeep. You don't trust anything.
You can. Never mind. It's been a while since I've been to Waterdeep. You're probably right.
Of course,
It's
you're
not
right.
giving me any pause to distrust the shield. I certainly don't trust it currently, especially knowing that it houses a pit fiend.
And
Yes,
Gives-
just
it
keep
gives-
telling them that they're buying it.
what's
It's like, if anything, it gives me more pause to not trust anything else it says, which will help protect me against any kind of strange corruption it might offer.
and what's to stop it at a pivotal moment from stabbing you and the rest of us in the back?
The
It's
fact
a
that I'm in a
shield.
shield.
He like holds it out. It's a shield. It doesn't
I
bite.
like how it said the same thing Lorene did.
I absolutely understand. Believe me, I'm not going to call you crazy or a worry ward or anything. I understand.
The party is
Fiends
still
are
alive.
especially stronger
Inconceivable.
devils or potent things. Look at what happened to Mr. Elturel guy. No offense to anybody who might be present, and you know. But if he was already aware of that pact a long time ago, he might have been corrupted far long ago, so this shield would have enhanced that. I don't
Well, what
disposition.
what Lily and Magvel say is that fiends are bound by their contracts, promises. I mean, he's in a shield. He can't really write up a piece of paper. Maybe you can get him to make a promise or pseudo-contract to you, binding you to him.
You should know,
Problem
Peregrine,
solved.
verbal contracts are also legally binding.
He's nodding to. It looks like he's nodding to Lorraine, but he's nodding for what the shield said. I mean, if we could figure some way to goad him into that, why not? Would that put you two at ease?
We may need an archfiend on our side later.
You do
And
need,
he'd be ba-
you
and
do
he'd be
need
bound by
someone
that.
who knows the landscape.
Like we would need that. We would need, and you know, if he's bound by that kind of contract, then we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Well,
And none of us have been to Avernus, have we?
What does it even want?
And he
Has
kind of
it
looks at it,
told
goes,
you?
well, what do you want? You know, like he's trying to like goad it to say something for him to tell them.
I'll guide you through Avernus if you bring me there so that I may be released. We have a contract. I will not betray you.
Is there anything? And he's just like, is there anything in particular you want for that?
What did it say?
That it would guide us through Avernus as it has been through the Hells before.
I want you to speak word for word.
Yes, Shield. Tell me so that I can tell them.
Yeah, hold on. Because
I need the most legally
he
sounding
had
thing.
very specific things that he said here. I gotta find it. Hold on.
He's like, I need the most legalese thing I can get.
I want zero backstabbing. I do not want this thing to hurt any of us.
He reiterates what he said before. Take me to the 9 hells, and I'll swear to serve you faithfully as both a guide and an advisor. That is our contract.
The contract he will offer is that if we bring him there, which I assume will be familiar territory, he will not harm us, he will advise us and offer his aid.
He will not harm us.
Yes.
Did he say that? He, her, it.
And he takes the shield, starts nodding.
What
it like
are their what are their identifiers?
You didn't happen to mention what this thing gains out of us taking it there. We seem to be on the favorable side of this bargain, which absolutely does not sound like a death contract.
And Peregrine, I see you trying to skate some of what we're saying, and I'm not allowing it.
He'll repeat word for word just that very vague offer.
If you want to bring that thing with you, like you're suggesting,
We can throw it in a lava river if you don't like it when we get there.
I would like to get rid of it. But if you are...
She can get rid of me in Avernus.
We can get rid of it in the hells. Most
Why?
likely would be the best way to get
It's
rid of
her
a demon
brain.
or a devil.
Why? She
Avernus-
suggested we put it in a place where nothing can reach it.
Of course, that would make the most sense. Why would you keep this thing? Why would you take it to Avernus?
Why wouldn't I? It's bound to a shield. What's it going to do? Bite my feet?
Possibly.
Give me bad shin bruises if I carry it in front of me?
Have you ever fought halflings or gnomes? Or goblins?
Do you even
Those
know?
creatures-
Have you ever fought devils or things in hell that set you on fire?
You guys actually
Being
have.
resistant to it is a kind of a good idea.
All right.
I can't make this decision for you all, but my suggestion would be to put it in a bag of holding and then drop that bag of holding into a portable hole.
That would destroy it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
What if it only destroys the shield and then unleashes the pit fiend?
It's the astral seas problem.
Wow, you're going to dump that all in the astral sea?
Fuck the Githyanki.
I'm gonna get Yonky.
You can just picture there's like these guys, and now we invade. They're like getting ready to invade. It's just like,
No, you just have the opening scene of Baldur's Gate 3 and it like the dragons flying by Candlekeep and they're like, fuck you too, as they chase the elephant ship.
That's what they're doing entirely.
They just cause the illithid ship to teleport in the Candlekeep.
that's
oh,
a
shit.
start to Baldur's Gate 3.
It is.
Is sending that shield into the astral sea.
I'll tell you what, once we find a portable hole, if this thing is beginning to
No,
do
no,
weird,
no, no,
bad
no, no,
things to me...
no, not once. Here's what's gonna happen. I am not traveling it with that thing without the express rule in whatever deal you're making with this thing that it does not harm me or anyone else here or any of the people we love and care about.
If
Includes corruption.
And he'll take the shield and he'll look at directly like the face that's on it. If I continue to carry you with me, will you swear to never utter or do a single harm upon myself or any of my traveling companions, nor inflict some kind of corrupting aura or anything of the sort? Because that's the only way you'll be allowed to be carried with me.
Yes.
He says yes. He will do that.
I'm still on the fence about this. I've never known verbal contracts to be very binding.
They're totally binding.
I mean, haven't you ever said, "Oh, I promise I'll have sex with you if you just give me a handshake," or maybe just a kiss on the cheek?
Yeah, fall for that one far too
Those
many.
are verbal contracts. I have verbal contracts every night, and I still get paid.
That is true. She hasn't been GTA'd once.
I
Except
mean, verbal
by
contracts
Reno.
are pretty binding. I could easily go to the Flaming Fist with them, and if they don't pay, then, well, they pay.
Why would I have sex with a shield?
I mean, look at it.
It is kind of shiny.
Peregrine, it starts vibrating on your back.
It's got a face and everything.
Please don't encourage the shield to have sex with anybody.
The shield's just like, I got hard. No, wait, I already was.
Oh, it just starts vibrating. It just starts vibrating.
I'm not wearing you when anything like that happens.
He's just like,
Just tell her what she wants to hear so we can go.
Yes, the shield agrees that it will not cause any harm to you, Magvel, Lorene, anybody that we travel with, nor will it try to inflict some kind of corrupting aura upon us.
Do I believe him?
Well, that's what the shield did tell me. Whether the shield lied to me, I don't know.
That's true. How would I word this?
Interrogate. That's the word I was thinking of.
I'll make a roll here for it, Peregrine.
Okay.
Because I can do pit feet. Oh, these big beefy charisma boys. Oh, why is that? Oh, okay, that rolled more than once. You believe Peregrine. It rolled so many times.
48 rolls. Beat those.
Well, the Beyond 20 thing didn't pop up when I clicked it, so it just rolled a bunch. But yeah, you believe Peregrine.
I don't like this.
She doesn't like anything.
Yes, but Lily, you don't like anything I do. It's fine.
I mean, I
Lily.
liked that potion thing you did. That was pretty cool.
He doesn't do that anymore.
It was a very strange one-time thing, but...
I almost died twice. For you. Which means I think you technically owe me 2 life debt?
Is that how that works?
I healed you twice.
Yes, but I still almost died twice.
Let's not forget, you're very dramatic when it comes to anything dangerous around you. Ever.
It's okay. I think it'll be okay to take a shield into hell when we already have one of the 2 components to destroy it.
It's true. Hurl me into the fires of Mount Doom.
I mean, I would rather one of us have some protection from the fiery depths that we plan on going into to save a city that none of us but Rhea lives in. To save. The enemy of thine enemy is thy friend.
That's not always true. You realize that, right?
It is true
Not
in this
always.
case. Just tell her it's true in this case.
No. He's like, not always, but in this case it is. I mean, granted, most fiends don't like each other anyway, so really, every fiend is an enemy of every fiend.
I'm sure we're gonna go to hell and devils are fighting fiends anyways. Isn't that the circle of life in hell?
Devils
At
are
least the
fiends.
stories I've been told.
That's not the circle of life at all.
The circle
Have
of
you been
life
to
is
hell?
when...
Do you know what the circle of life is in hell?
That's fair. I don't... Hell probably has a very different circle.
Your soul is shaped into a maggot that over time will evolve into a lemur. If you conduct enough evil acts and serve your master faithfully, you might evolve into the next rank of devil and slowly ascend the ladder or be destroyed.
Wow, that sounds
Circle of
terrible.
It's more or less the same as mortal life, so it's fine.
Perhaps, but I'm not born a slug.
I mean, have you seen a
I mean, you're
human
born
child?
an embryo, which kind of is shaped like a slug?
It's shaped more like a shrimp.
Well, I mean, the sperm, it kind of looks like... Yeah, a shrimp.
So are we ready to go?
Yes!
Alright.
It's promised not to harm any of us. We should be alright.
I'm going to have
We
to
only
just-
have Peregrine's word to go on that.
I would hope you would at least trust your companion's word.
And he takes out his little makeshift bag of holding. I do have this. If things get dicey, okay, you can just plop it in there.
That being said, getting you all to Avernus is an easy enough task. I do have the ability to plane shift you all. However, Candlekeep is magically warded to prevent extraplanar travel to and from on the grounds. I do, however, have a friend who owes a favor, and they might be much more interested in helping you all in this task. My friend is another wizard by the name of Traxagor, and they live not far from here. I've loaned them a spellbook or two, and they will be more than happy to make sure that you can reach your destination.
Alright.
Oh, also, you'd probably want to go that route anyways. He's been looking after an old friend of mine, someone with a history of battling devils in the Nine Hell. I think you'll enjoy her company very much as well. When you get there, just ask to speak with Lulu.
Alright.
Lulu. How will we get to your friend, Traxagor? I'm sorry, what did you call him?
Traxagor. And if you'll follow me. With that, Silvera ushers you all to a crescent-shaped landing platform with a stunning view of the sea. Waiting for you atop this platform are several griffins with saddles, their handlers standing nearby to help you. These griffins have instructions to fly you to Traxagor's tower. Don't worry, it's completely safe.
Garmer definitely goes into small form.
Yep. And the griffins look at Garmer, and one of them licks its beak.
He goes into big form briefly.
They all of them kind of lick their beaks, sizing up their chances on taking a dire wolf. Because they're pack hunters, you see. They're actually not, but they probably could still take a dire wolf.
It's
They hunt and kill wyverns. I think they could take a dire wolf. They also eat horses.
well, if he would poof away.
No.
My
Anyways,
spell.
anyways,
Anyways,
do you poof them away? Probably easier to transport them.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wyvern thing, like a D&D centric thing, because that also happens in WoW.
Yeah, no, I think it's just like a mythology thing. Oh gosh, my
Nice.
stomach started doing flips. I want to finish this game. Ugh. Okay, so the handlers help you all onto the griffins, and the griffins take flight and head out to sea. Flying just below the clouds, Candlekeep looks no less majestic from the air, but grows smaller as the griffins soar westward. Large rocky islands pass below you, and beyond them lies the open sea. After a long journey, you see a windowless, doorless stone tower, which somehow
Stop
floats...
for ice cream.
What?
Stop for ice cream.
I hit you. I keep hitting you until
Silly.
you stop moving. I keep hitting you until you stop moving. After a long journey, you see a windowless, doorless stone tower, which somehow floats in the sky ahead. The griffins pass through jagged holes, riddling the tower's conical peak to land on the top floor below, which has a spiral staircase leading down. You have arrived at Traxagor's tower.
Maureen will go down the stairs.
Let's go, I suppose.
One level down, you see a cluttered chamber illuminated by various objects upon which continual flame spells have been cast. Scurrying around the room is an otter dressed in a tiny red cassock. The otter mumbles to itself in common, mentioning something about a tuning fork. Suddenly, it takes notice of you and stands upright. Lulu! Wake up! Our guests have arrived. At the sound of her name, a small elephant with golden fur appears from under a pile of blankets near a table strewn with alchemical equipment. The elephant takes to the air on feathery wings and lets out a pleasing trumpet sound.
I lied. That is the cutest little thing.
Not according to the picture they gave her.
Hello. I think.
That
Hello?
thing is so ugly.
No, yeah,
I don't know why they drew her like that.
I mean, if I thought the other thing was cute, that's really cute.
That's a really bad picture of a Hollyphant.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and change that one too. Shay, you were saying.
Hi, we're looking for Traxigor?
Yes, hello, I am Traxigor. The little otter scurries on all four towards you before sitting upright.
Are you like an awakened animal?
No, actually, I was a person, and I just decided to turn myself into an otter.
Oh.
This way I can eat clams off of my tummy.
Oh.
Adorable.
Is that really a function that you would go through all that effort for?
Well,
I mean,
yes it is.
I'm sure clams are in abundance, being
Out-
surrounded by the sea.
Out here at sea? Hell yes.
Do you ever like turn back, or you just like stay that way?
I am permanently polymorphed this way.
Huh.
Have you ever been fireballed by an otter? Nobody ever speaks of it. The shame is insurmountable.
I mean, that is pretty cool.
I've always wanted to be permanently turned into a flying squirrel.
I can make that happen for you. Let me go fetch my spellbook, and he scurries off towards a table.
I just look to Lorraine, and wouldn't that make you? Would that make your job harder?
I mean, she's still gonna get a nut.
I mean, maybe, but I've been at it for a very long time. I think I could retire.
Oh.
I mean, I'm only 275.
Girl's gotta retire at some point.
Only. Fucking elves.
I mean, that's the plan, isn't it?
And I look to
Magpie usually at least half elves.
this flying elephant too. I'm like,
There we go.
hi there. I'm Lillian.
Hello, I'm Lulu.
Oh, he talks too.
Yes, I'm a Hollyphant. It turns at you.
Do I know what a Hollyphant is? Religion.
Samesies.
20.
What is that, history?
Religion.
I didn't say guidance,
it's
so
the
it's just
same.
20.
You did not say guidance.
22 for me.
Hollyphant. I really wish they had done a better picture. That thing is fucking ugly. I'm glad I changed it. Hollyphants are celestials. Are gentle, stalwart creatures native to the upper planes. Good-aligned deities and angels use them as messengers and helpers. Hollyphants treasure friendship and honesty. A Hollyphant looks like a miniature elephant with luminous golden fur and small, rapidly fluttering wings that not only hold it aloft, but also propel it at great speeds. Although kind, a Hollyphant won't bear witness to an evil act without punishing the malefactor. Its pearlescent tusks are far from formidable, but it can unleash trumpet blasts from its trunk that can deafen creatures and engulf evildoers in radiant sparkles of positive energy. The Hollyphant is also blessed with powerful innate magic that can help it combat evil and protect its friends.
Wow, such a
Here's
powerful
one I found.
punch and such a little thing.
I'm a pachyderm. I
Uh,
pachyderm a big punch.
Do you mind if I pet your wings? They look awfully soft.
Then she comes to a landing and she says, "You may. Thank you for asking. Consent is important."
That's fact number 69.
Consent is my job. I will stroke the Hollyphant's feathery wings.
I am also tempted to do this. Rhea, do you want to ask for petting him too?
Rhea's eyes are sparkling. She says, "I want to pet it forever." And Lulu goes, "You may." And she presents her tusk, and Rhea starts petting the woolly elephant.
So I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna move like one hand, like have one hand on each wing, and there's gonna be a shadow form between my fingers, and that's gonna be my silver wire. I'm gonna cast a message to Lulu. The redhead could really use a hug. You should give her a very special one.
And Lulu's eyes widen. She says, "Are you sad, friend?" And Rhea kind of blinks and she's like, "What?" She's like, "I want to give you a hug." And Rhea blinks again and she says, "Pachyderm hug!" And she wraps her trunk around Rhea. And Rhea's just like, I've just bet it. But if anything happens to it, I will kill everyone in this tower and then myself. And she hugs the elephant back.
I forgot Rhea was also a red.
Yep.
Wait, who else is? Oh, I
I-
forgot Magma was a redhead.
I assumed that she
Well,
meant...
most of Magvel's hair is gone too.
That's true. He did have to shave his hair after that.
Fucking hands and fireball like fucking 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Fireballed like a chap.
I'm scritching Garmer so he doesn't feel left out.
While Lulu is distracted from hugging Rhea, she kind of backs up to Peregrine. I suggest you stay behind the elephant.
Oh, I have every intention to. Too much. It's so fluffy and good.
It's at this
Fluffy
point...
is good, and gold is good.
Traxador clears his throat and he says, I am supposed to help transport you to Elturel. If what I am led to believe is true, then you all will need to plane shift, and that is something I am perfectly capable of doing.
That would be
Why does that
quite
sound more like a
helpful.
question than a statement?
Because I haven't found my tuning fork yet. Would you all be wonderful dears and help me search?
Right. I will cast. Does it smell like anything?
Sulfur.
Sulfur. Hey, Garmer, you're good at smelling things out. I'm going to cast guidance on Garmer and give assistance to Garmer as we search around. He doesn't need it. He's already got advantage on smells.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it in this room?
It's somewhere within this tower.
So is that investigation?
Yeah, it would be. I'll allow the perception too, because it's using the scent. Sure.
Following a trend. I can cast a spell that will help this. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Fuck, I'm good at this game.
Oh, look, I can detect magic. Probably there's a lot of things. It's a wizard's tower. That's magic. Never mind.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Garmer comes back and he's like, throw it.
locate object.
Yeah, I don't have look.
Oh, I should clarify. Lulu has been speaking telepathically to everyone. Her mouth doesn't actually move.
Lorraine is oddly not surprised by this,
Yeah.
as she has visited Waterdeep.
I love when those fine details are at the very end of a large blurb of information. It's like, yeah, okay.
Considering how much it happens from Laureen, I think I was just used to it.
No, Lorraine doesn't. Oh, well, yeah, she does cast message a lot. Never mind.
So you all take the time to start looking, and after a while, Magvel and Garmer are able to track down the missing tuning fork. Traxigor says, very good. I was also told that you would be taking Lulu with you.
Yes, Salvador. Why can't I? Salvera? Did mention her as a good guide.
Yes, she has experience in Avernus, well, if you would believe it.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I was with the angel Zariel when she assembled her army of Hell Riders to attack Avernus. Through the gate we went, tearing through devils like a song through the air. Victory was within our grasp until some of the Hell Riders betrayed us. They retreated through the gate and sealed it behind them. Before she was captured, Zariel told me to hide her sword so that it wouldn't fall into evil's hands. Someone helped me hide the sword, but I don't remember who. We found a place to hide it, but I don't remember where. I escaped Avernus, but I don't remember how. Most of my memory is gone, and I don't remember why.
Oh dear.
Do you know how to get your memory back, love?
Traxigor speaks up at that. Very likely that she'll start to remember the more she's in Avernus. Planar creatures are funny like that. A familial recollection. As you all are in and traveling through Avernus, it might come back to her. In all the time that she's been here, she hasn't remembered anything, so it could very well happen.
Traxigor, well, first, that's good news.
Also, lots of friendship.
Oh, I can do that. I can be friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Just
Garmer and I will be your friends.
Cool!
Just
It's
keep-
a wolf!
Yeah.
keep in mind, not all memories are good.
Nope. I feel as though I lock them away for safety reasons. For myself and the world.
That does not sound healthy, but you do you, dear.
It's also a coping mechanism.
So I've heard.
Traxigor, you said you're able to plane shift. How many times can you do that?
Oh, well, you see, I was only given the Archmage stat block, so I really only have the one prepared.
So you're gonna need to, so it's just a one-way.
This is a one-way trip, unfortunately.
Do you think, after we, find a safe place, would it be possible for you to transport any survivors we find back?
Highly doubtful, but I can certainly give it a go.
I would appreciate that. And if it's okay, I feel a little left out. Can I hug you?
Of course.
I hug him.
Also, I should clarify that Planeshift does have a limited number of people I could take. It probably wouldn't be fair to be selective of who I return to the material plane if I do. Just food for thought. You know, you don't want to split up families from their eternal damnation.
Well, I mean, yeah, it might be nice to, you know.
You could save the children. You
Yeah.
would leave the parents. Then they would be orphans. But orphans make the best adventurers, they say.
Oh, ow. Lily's just like, ow.
Remind me to hug my parents when I get back to London.
Speaking of, as this is a one-way trip, would I be able to pester you for a favor?
Well, I suppose.
I don't suppose you're familiar with sending, are you?
I'm only an archmage. Why would I ever know such a mundane spell? And if you've ever seen a sarcastic face on an otter, this would be the moment for it.
Right. Give me a sec. Okay, Magvel was
Yeah, he's taking the
able
piss
to
out.
detect
He's
it.
taking the piss out of this. He's
While
like, I'm just
everybody-
transporting you to another plane of existence. No, what is this sending spell you speak of?
What is this, like, second level thing I could do in my sleep?
What is magic missile? Sorry, I only prepared lightning bolt.
We'll find
Wait,
another
wait,
archmage,
no.
thank you kindly.
This is a fireball family, thank you very much.
I'm gonna say right now, the NPC Archmage stat block does not have fireball prepared.
Wow.
It has lightning bolt.
Wow.
Really?
It's counterspell, fly, and lightning bolt.
I
Like-
think this is the first NPC we've
Explain the
encountered
lore.
that doesn't have fireball.
Well, this
I
is
mean-
the generic stat block.
Yeah,
so
you-
whoever wrote this is just really bad at making
I mean,
spellcasters.
yeah, but you're also like encouraged to switch spells up when you need to.
I'm gonna absolutely do it if I ever need to, because who fucking picks lightning bolt?
Anyone
If
who
you're
lives in
When we have-
constantly long
anyone who
When the
lives in
dungeon is
Undermountain, because everything is just hallways.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um,
Are we
while
ready?
everybody is distracted with the otter and sending messages to loved ones, I want to go up to Rhea
Mhm.
and kind of like hook my finger under her chin to make eye contact while she's hugging Lulu and lean in like really suggestively close. All contracts, even infernal, are made to be broken.
Traxagor kind of speaks up. He's like, technically that's not true. They're beings of pure law and order. They'll actually try and make sure it's ironclad and not very workaroundable. Not in
No,
your
but if
favor.
you kill the person who made the contract,
Oh,
that
yes,
was kind
of
of
course.
my promise to kill the person who.
That will break the
Right.
contract for sure.
Great, all we have to do is murder an arc fiend.
Oh, that will be a monumental task. Good luck.
On that note, though, Rhea, if you will allow me to spend 10 minutes, if you're interested, I can perhaps turn a god's gaze on you.
Why?
It's to help guide you. It's I can reach out in and it's like very clear she's trying to think of the right words but wanting to help. I can do a ceremony spell. It's
Are you trying to marry her?
I mean technically I can do that, but
So sudden.
that it just goes like completely red. I've been more I can assist in making your now I am.
Lulu floats up beside you. Use your words.
I don't want wanna stay in. Okay. I can help give you like a stronger version of guidance by whatever god that you tend to worship. I can help guide them to you. Is what I'm saying. It just doesn't mean you have to be like a paladin or anything. It just helps you with being able to resist any, dire circumstances or evil.
I see.
I mean, if I'm.
I'm honestly not following what you're trying to say, but if it'll make you feel better, sure, go ahead.
I think what she's trying to say is she's trying to give you more of a highway, a main path to your deity. Maybe?
I mean, sure. Yes, go ahead.
Who would you like?
I don't follow anyone in particular. Whatever will make you happy.
It is.
I will reach out, cast ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I take some silver dust, and it's going to sparkle and evaporate. And I am casting particularly where is it?
Dedication?
Yes. And I'll ask Bahamut just to give her a bit of strength that she needs. So any saving throws in the next 24 hours, they can roll a d4.
Okay, 24-hour bless.
Yeah, basically.
Cool. She kind of scrunches her nose at the ceremony being dedicated to Bahamut, but she doesn't stop you because she realizes that it's your deity. And afterwards, she just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, "Thank you, I appreciate that. And I know you were trying to offer it back in Baldur's Gate, and I was cruel to you for trying to be kind."
I'm... Rhea,
As they say in 10 Things I Hate About You, it's cruel to be kind in the right measure. Nobody got that reference. It's okay.
Oh,
No.
no, I did. I was just waiting for Shay to finish.
You're an amazing person, and you are struggling, I know, but you deserve better. I'm just trying to do my best. And if you need anything, just let me know. I won't push anything.
Alright. With that, she kind of nods, and Traxagor ushers you all towards a circle that they had been preparing during all of this, and he says, "Well then, is everybody ready to go?"
Fingers casted. Certainly am.
Place a hand on Garmer's head. Are you ready?
Woof. That means yes.
I think I was born wet and ready, so let's go.
Oh, well, enjoy that, because it's going to be very dry from here on out.
I highly doubt that.
You didn't even realize what he said. It's fine. Let's see here. I gotta make sure. I gave you all of the information you need. Fork, perception checks, find the tuning fork. Whoever rolls the who rolled the lowest on the search for Traxicor's fork? Peregrine?
I rolled a
I think I did
10.
with 16.
You rolled a 10.
No,
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
Lorraine, please give me a D100.
Ooh, I love giving.
Gonna miss you.
31.
31.
Load and die.
A tree and sprouts from the corner.
Oh my god, no! I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye.
PTSD sounds in the background.
Lorraine, you, during the search, because it says whoever had the lowest finds an object from the trinket table. So with the 31, you find a silver badge in the shape of a 5-pointed star. That's it. That's all it tells me. 5-pointed star. Enjoy. As you stand together in a circle, Traxigor taps the tuning fork on the floor and casts his plane shift spell. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight because we are over our time.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay!
So we will come back next week at the start of chapter 2, which is called Elturel Has Fallen. Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
Yeah, we'll start right as you guys arrive.
Into hell.
This is the end. We are
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
No squeezing any last things out. We're
No,
done.
I wasn't gonna.
Alright.
I'll ask after.
No. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. It's been a pleasure to be back and to have all of you here. Thank you, Stefan, for stopping by and giving the subscription. Thank you for the raid from. I still think it's I Am P Creative. They came in with a raid. I apologize for butchering that name because I still just don't get it. Oh, they're at Fort Knucklebone. Cool. They're also playing this, it sounds like. We left with motorcycles. Nice. So I am going to find us somebody to raid. Who is on? I don't think Diesel Shot is on tonight. Who is on?
I don't have anybody
Penny
mad.
for a Tail is currently on, so we will go over to them.
Yay.
Penny for a Tail is... Oh, they're playing Necrobiotic. He didn't change that name. Mitch! You didn't
Mitch.
change the name.
Mitch.
Slacker.
Alright, so we'll go raid them. Everybody give him some love. Say hi. I'm going to chastise him. It's Lumpy Creative. Okay. Is that it? Lampy Creative.
To the channel to go peek at
Maybe like
Okay.
Lamp Creative?
stuff.
Lumpy Creative. Alright, anyways,
Lumpy
thanks
Creative.
guys. Have a great night. Say hi to Penny for a Tail and Mitch's new game. Whatever, Necro something. Shay knows it, I don't.
Necrobiotic.
It's not Necrobiotic anymore.
No, it was Necropunk before.
Oh, it is Necrobiotic. Okay, then I messed up. It is Necrobiotic. It was formerly Necropunk. Right, it's good.
Yeah.
Say hi to
Then
everyone.
mess up?
Me mess up? That's
Intergalactic.
impossible.
That's
It's
impossible.
Inter